I'm here at Stephen Penelope, and we got a lot of new yarn coming in this week, so I want to share one of my favorite color-changing yarns. It's one of those yarns that ombre fades without you having to do all that color work. It's called Bilum, and it comes in these delicious little yarn cakes that you can see right here. So it looks like this, with these fades and ombres of color, and the cool thing about how this yarn comes is some of the cakes come from the dark color in the center, and some of them have the light color in the center. So if you're doing a big project that requires 2 cakes, you can start in the center and go dark to light, and then you can get one that's in the center and go light to dark. So I get that question a lot of how do you connect the colors so they look seamless and it doesn't jump from light to the dark color. So you just go dark to light, and then if you end with the light color, you start with the light color of the next ball. And it doesn't matter how it's wound. If you have 2 that look like this, then just make sure if you end with the light color, then go from the outside of the ball to start with the light color as well. So come take a look at all these beautiful, delicious colors. We have a whole rainbow array. Some of them are really neutral and smoky. And then we have these beautiful sunset colors as well. So just 1 or 2 cakes of these is enough to do a nice sized shawl, like a dotted rays shawl or a pagona shawl. I mean, look at those pinks and purples. So you'll find that some of the colorways, this one's called Bori, B-O-R-I. Some of the colors are just like one color that goes dark to light, but then other colors have a few more tones in them. Like look at this beautiful jewel tone, teal into the purples and the fuchsia. This color is called Cilia. There's so many fun options to choose. And we also have a couple custom colors. So this one that I'm holding is called Lavender Earth. And it goes from lavender into that earthy, warm brown tone, grassy green, and ocean blues. So beautiful. Such a unique combo of colors. And we also have this custom color called Stephen's Rainbow Dream. And it's all my favorite colors. These oranges and yellows and greens, really summery, and goes dark to bright. So this Bilum yarn is really fun to use on its own with just like 1 or 2 cakes for a simple like garter stitch shawl or something. But if you want to combine it with a main color, you get cool stuff like this. So this is the CHRYSLER shawl, and I used a solid main color together with 2 cakes of the Bilum Loli. That's the name of the yarn, Bilum Loli. And I started with that orange and went all the way into these purples. So I would get 2 cakes to be safe, so you have enough yarn to knit the CHRYSLER. And if you have 2 cakes, let me get those purples, like these purples and pinks. 2 of these is plenty for the contrast color. And then if you pair them with a solid fingering weight yarn, what could we do? We could do gold with it, or maybe a light blush pink. That could be really pretty. I'm feeling really smoky, so I think this smoky purple from What Collection. This is the Envy colorway. I think that would be really special as the main color. So you want to get something solid that contrasts with all the colors. So that's a good tip if you're working with these shawls that have a main color contrast color relationship. That main color is really nice if it contrasts with every single color in the Bilum Loli. So don't get a color that matches exactly like one of the colors. Even like this dark blue. You see it contrasts with the pink, but it doesn't contrast with that dark blue in the center. So when you get to those stripes, you're not going to see the stripes. So maybe instead of that dark blue, go really light. And this lavender is really going to contrast with all those deep saturated tones in the Bilum. So get creative with those color combos. It's really fun to stripe and do projects like the CHRYSLER shawl. You get that beautiful stained glass, smooth color changing effect. And another simple one you could do is the BOTANIC shawl. This is one of my easiest shawls to knit. And again, if you have 2 cakes of the Bilum for the contrast color, just put them with 2 skeins of a solid main color, and you're good to go with all those stripes and slip stitches for the BOTANIC shawl. So this one, maybe we could do something, oh my gosh, these blues. Oh, I think this is a newer one for us. These greens, look at those grungy greens. This colorway is called Beno, B-E-N-O. And this is one of my favorites. This is called Melinda. It's this deep navy to grungy green and rusty orange. I think for a BOTANIC shawl, this would be really good with like a silver gray. or maybe even a light sky blue. Ooh, yeah, I think this is the ticket. This is called Washed Out from Walk Collection. I think these would be a really fun, beachy, summery sunset botanic shawl. So 2 skeins for the main color, 2 cakes for the contrast color, and you can do all of these fun slip stitch designs. So one more, I have this new Stony Stream shawl. This is another one for you more adventurous knitters. It has a little bit of a cable, and along with the slip stitches, you get that really cool textured color changing effect for the Stony Stream shawl. So really, really fun. All these colors are just coming in to the shop. So I can't wait to see what you all make with them. Whether it's like these candy bright colors, super summery, or these really deep, moody blues. So there's definitely a color personality for everyone. So you'll find all these at stephenandpenelope.com for a while. We always get these. They go really fast here at the shop, but we always get them every few months or so. So they're fresh here. We have the full color range. So check out that Bilum online at our shop, or come on in person and you can try the shawls on and pick out your colors with us here in Amsterdam.